Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we read your emails, play your voicemails, and read your reviews if we're lucky enough to have any. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Let's see if we what you're saying.
Oh, we have one from Lava Lucy, my favorite
Yes.
podcast. 5 stars. Web Crawlers is my favorite podcast. I look forward to every new episode, and even my 8-year-old is a huge fan and loves listening to these ladies.
Oh my goodness.
She's a true crime bimbo in the making, and I couldn't be more proud. Keep up the good work, and can't wait for many more episodes of Web Crawlers. Boing.
Oh, amazing. I love an 8-year-old bimbo. Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry for the language.
Sorry. Yeah, I apologize. We should start bleeping out our fuck shit damn piss.
We have some emails. This is from Emily. Love the mailbag episodes.
Okay.
Hello, ladies. I just listened to your latest mailbag episode, and I can't believe that girl would say you guys have too many mailbag episodes. I love the mailbag episodes. And also, I like the fact that you ladies interact with your listeners. Anyway, I just watched this documentary on Amazon Prime called The Poughkeepsie Tapes, and it's the most craziest true crime story I've ever heard. And I'm an avid documentary podcast listener, so I've heard a lot. Have you ladies watched it? No.
I have
It's
not.
about a serial killer in the early 1990s who killed and tortured people and made snuff films in the process.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He kidnapped a 19-year-old college girl who he kept enslaved for years and videoed it.
Oh my
They
God.
ended up finding her a few years later, and she was never the same. She ended up dying by suicide because she fell in love with him.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
And from all the years of physical pain, that's all she ever knew, and she couldn't go a day without inflicting pain upon herself. She ended up dying by suicide. And left a love note to the killer, talk about Stockholm Syndrome. Anyways, when they buried her a few days later, he came by and dug up her body and took it. She was never found, and the cops never found out the identity of this guy. What? So for all we know, it could be our neighbor. So freaky. Anyway, maybe this could be a potential story for an episode. It's wild. Thanks for listening, Emily.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like
what?
a potential.
Poughkeepsie Tapes?
We gotta watch that. That's crazy.
Wasn't it a horror movie?
Yeah,
I was gonna say that sounds like a horror movie and not a documentary.
Poughkeepsie Tapes is a 2007 American pseudo-documentary horror film.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, babe.
Poughkeepsie Tapes, a real documentary. It's a found footage movie. It's not real.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, I guess that's
babe.
good. I guess that's good because it didn't really
Emily,
happen.
it's not real. It's not real.
So that's great.
So that's good news.
Good story. Ends
Sounds
well.
like a good movie.
I think I have actually watched it. Now
it does
that
sound
I know
familiar.
Yeah, like now that I know that it's not a real documentary, I think that I have watched it.
This is from Lindsay. Subject is Voyeurism Friday. Love your show. Thought this might be podworthy. My small town Nova Scotia creepster. For context, Wolfville has a population of 4195 and also has Acadia University, which doubles the town population when school is in. This guy rented to students, so gross. Oh, a property manager charged with voyeurism after tenants find two-way mirror in bathroom.
Ooh, no.
That's my worst. Honestly, that's my worst nightmare. For
It was
real.
a 55-year-old man after two women found a two-way mirror in their bathroom that allowed someone to watch them from an adjacent room. Police said two female tenants found the modified mirror in their bathroom and reported it to police. They had felt that the mirror had been manipulated or changed in some way and brought the mirror to their attention. Oh my God. They had lived in the unit for a week.
That's creepy as hell.
At least it was that short a period of time.
That's crazy.
Here's another crazy one. Birthday synchronicities from Margaret. Hey, beautiful ladies. I have a thing to add to your discussion on people and families having the same birthdays. My parents have the same birthday, which is cute or whatever. It's March 8th, so close to Allie. But March 8th has a bigger history on my mom's side. Her mom, my gran, was freaked out when she heard my mom was due on March 8th because her mother, my great-grandmother, died in childbirth on March 8th.
Oh, God.
My mom was born no problem, and my gran lived another 80 some years before dying on March 8th of natural causes. My grandpa had died a few years earlier in February, and his funeral was on March 8th.
Wow.
That's a cursed
So
day.
it's Melissa.
What?
The next sentence is, so it's kind of a cursed day in my family.
Wow.
So my poor mom, every year on her and her husband's birthday, she's reminded of both her parents' deaths. Anyways, that's
Jesus.
interesting. La 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 from Margaret.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Anyway, crazy.
Do we have any voicemails to play?
You betcha we do.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. Long-time listener, second-time caller. But I did want to chime in on the Casey Anthony stuff. So I'm from Orlando, and I grew up downtown, right by the courthouse. And when the trial was going on, I think I was in high school at the time, and all of the TVs in our school, and there was TVs in every single classroom, just had the trial on.
Oh, my God.
And we just went to school and watched trial coverage all
That's
day.
a cool
That was
school.
pretty fun. But living downtown was like being in a circus. All of the roads were closed, and
Jesus.
Nancy Grace had like this massive setup outside of the courthouse. It was really a lot. Anyway, I don't know. I felt the need to tell you guys this, but now I'm involved, I guess. So thanks, guys. Bye.
Wow. That's great. Like Nancy Grace setting up like it was some huge event.
Yeah. Remember
That's
Nancy
crazy.
Grace? She was like the biggest thing for a while.
Yeah.
What?
Didn't she go
Did
nuts or
still?
something?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Hey guys, okay, so my name is Danielle. I'm a host of the podcast Goosebumps, which looks at the Goosebumps series from R.L. Stein. And
cool.
via the podcast,
Cool.
I met Steve, who is the host of Misfits and Mysteries. I promise this is going somewhere. And he discovered a reality show that aired in mid-2007 in which on CBS, in which they took 40 children who were aged between 8 and 15, and they put them in the ghost town of Bonanza City, New Mexico, which is kind of like more of a set than an actual city. But the premise was that they were going to drop all those kids there and then let them go and see what happens. Tell them to try to start a society.
I
Tell
remember
them
that.
to
I remember
try
this
to,
actually.
I don't know, feed themselves and watch the chaos ensue. If you have not seen this show, you can find it on YouTube. Full episodes. And it is wild. And I strongly suggest that you take a look. Okay,
Wow.
thanks guys. Bye.
I remember this. I don't think I ever watched it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I don't think I watched it either, but I vaguely remember it. It's
I
kind of like that
gotta-
reality show you were on.
Utopia.
Utopia.
Kid Nation.
Kid Nation.
Yes, I remember that. I don't think I watched it, but I do remember that.
How would this even work? I mean, obviously they can't, like, their parents have
How
to be
old
there, right?
Were these? No. Was it one season?
It was canceled after one season.
Yeah, it was probably
Oh.
canceled after 3 episodes.
Kids age 8 to 15 spend 40 days without parents in Bonanza City, New Mexico. They cook their own meals, haul their own water, clean their own outhouses, and even run businesses.
That's crazy.
That's
Foreman said all the
Crazy.
participants were cleared by a team of psychologists, and any child could choose to go home during any of the periodical town meetings, which 3 did.
yeah,
Wow.
I bet. They were like,
I couldn't
"Fuck
even
this."
have a sleepover without faking a stomach ache when I was 8
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no way I would have done
I
this.
faked a stomach ache a few times.
Well, and then there were legal implications that
Well,
happened.
yeah,
Health
I
issues
imagine.
were raised.
sure.
Wow, there's like a whole. Yeah, we should do a mini episode on this at some point.
Wow, yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Hi, this is for the Web Crawlers podcast. I've never called one of these things before, so I don't really know how this works. But I just was listening to the latest episode about the Lady Gaga dog situation, and I have a story that I thought you might be relevant. It's kind of long though, so I don't know if I can tell it, but I guess I can tell you that one of my cats got out and ran away in the hills in Silver Lake where I used to live.
Me too.
Well, I don't live in that same place, but I lived like kind of on a hill, and the cat had never been outside and didn't know the area, and she got out and ran straight up a hill, and I couldn't get to her in time, and couldn't find her. And as you guys know, coyotes are all over the place. Anyway, the sort of catchy part of the story is that I hired a pet psychic to aid in the search, like an animal communicator. I think is the term that she preferred. The whole thing is a big long story, so I don't know if I should tell.
Yes, tell it.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know, but that seemed relevant.
Tell the story.
Tell the story.
Anyway.
Oh,
what?
call back and tell the story.
Okay, bye.
Well,
No!
call back.
He has to call back and tell us what happened.
Or email us. Call back and tell us the story. That's crazy. That happened to me. My cat went missing in Silver Lake. I was contacted by pet psychics, but I was like, no.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I lost Asher for like 10 minutes, and it was the worst. When I
Outside?
when I first got him, it was like the second day I was taking him for a walk, and he was still so scared of men. And two guys were walking towards us. He got so scared that he like bolted, and he ran so fast that I lost the leash, and he started sprinting down Hillhurst, which is like a busy street.
Yeah.
And he was like running like on the street and on the sidewalk, and people stopped their cars to help, which was like, thank God, so nice. And this guy caught him, and then Asher shit all over the guy. Because Asher was so scared. I felt so bad.
No.
So I Venmoed, and the guy was wearing a suit. He was like on his way to work. I Venmoed the guy to like get a new suit. But it was like the most traumatic thing that has ever happened to me. I was like so scared. But thankfully nothing like that has happened since. But oh my God, that's losing a pet or like pet stuff is so crazy.
I had to get back on Zoloft when my first cat died. It was
I can imagine. Yeah.
I was not in a good
yeah, it was not okay.
Okay, here's the next one.
Hey, this is a message for the web crawlers. My name is Peter, and I'm calling from New Zealand. And I've been ready to say, actually, before you ask, yes, it's a very small country, but I don't know David Farrier. I've been interested for ages in this Alyssa story. And the hypothermia thing suddenly makes so much sense. Unfortunately, obviously it's a whole big tragedy, but I had secretly just hoped it was ghosts or something. But I think, so when people die of hypothermia, it's really common for them as the last thing they do before they die to take all their clothes off. They just get naked. And we don't really know why. No one's obviously... Anyone who's died of hypothermia hasn't lived to tell us about it. But maybe the brain tricks you into thinking you're really hot suddenly, or you get some kind of like weird hot flush. Zero idea. But yeah, look it up. It's a real thing. When people die of hypothermia, it's really common for them to just get totally naked first. So that could well be what that is. Anyway, I think what we say on the show, you have all kinds of funny bits. I'm not a funny person. So, ta-ra.
We talked about that in the Dyatlov Pass one too. That's probably why a lot of them were naked because of the hypothermia thing.
Yeah. Have you ever been like out in the cold and it's so cold and you come back in and like it hurts? When your skin gets colder, when you're like playing out in the snow for like 3 hours, or when you're like skiing.
I'm mentally ill if anytime it's below 80 degrees. I'm like not okay.
Yeah, last week it was cold.
Oh my God, the rain. It is bad news bears.
This message is for the web crawlers. Hi, this is Leela. I called back during a live show one time about some serial killers in my hometown. But I was just catching up on some old episodes, and I got the one from January that a girl named Rachel called in. It was a mailbag. And she was talking about her recurring dream of having to drive somewhere and like being stuck in the backseat of the passenger seat. And I just wanted to tell her that I also have had that dream before, which I think is insane. And then as far as recurring dreams, I've also had one I had one when I was growing up. I was very afraid of squirrels growing up, and I think it was because of this dream.
Oh no.
And I would like dream that my body was covered in squirrels and they were eating me. And so like for years, I wouldn't go near squirrels.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I'm fine now. I love squirrels. They're fat and chunky and adorable. But, and then my third one is that I found if I ever slept without a shirt on, like just like topless completely, I would have dreams where I would be in a bed and I would have to get up and there would be a lot of other people in the room for whatever reason. So that's terrifying. And so I always sleep with a shirt on. It doesn't happen with pants. So I don't know what's up with that, but, I'm just getting off work and listening to some old episodes and catching up. And I just wanted to tell you guys, love you and we'll talk soon, hopefully. Bye.
Bye. That's terrifying.
That's so weird. To dream about a squirrel can indicate a hoarding aspect of your personality. You may be collecting hurt feelings or things that you have no need for.
Oh, weird.
But the squirrels were eating her. There's no dream interpretation online for squirrels eating you, unfortunately.
That's interesting.
Hi there. This message is for the ladies at Web Crawlers. Love the show. I just listened to the Lady Gaga, Frenchie being stolen episode. And as a veterinary assistant out here in Ohio, I just want to say all your research was spot on about the French Bulldogs and Bullies in general needing to be artificially inseminated and have C-sections for birth. And also, there has been a rash of smash and grabs, believe it or not, in Ohio at a pet store retailer called Petland, where people are straight up just busting out the windows with bricks and stealing French Bulldogs and English Bulldogs and all sorts of weird breeds. Anyways, love the shows. That episode was really well researched. Great job. Loved it.
Wow. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Damn, smashing windows to steal French. That's crazy.
I am not I'll say this just because a few people have called about the French Bulldogs and Bulldogs thing. I am not affiliated with this rescue whatsoever, but there is a great rescue called Road Dogs. Their Instagram is ROADOGS. So it's just 1D, Road Dogs. And it's a rescue, and they rescue French Bulldogs and some other cute animals that have issues. So that's the thing with breeding French
Inbreeding.
Bulldogs. Is there's so much inbreeding that a lot of them have a lot of issues. So a lot of them are incontinent, meaning they have to be in diapers their entire life. A lot of them have, this might be the wrong term. I think it's called, this is not what I was going to say. A lot of them have cleft palates. And then some of them have something called, I think it's called encephalitis.
Syphilis.
A lot of them have syphilis after I get to them. But I know, sorry. No one likes
that's
my,
gross in multiple ways.
No one likes my dog sex jokes. But it's where, have you seen that? Chihuahuas have it too sometimes where their heads look enlarged.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's swelling of the brain. And a lot of the dogs have that from, clefty. Oh, no, it's it's encephalitis isn't the right term. But anyways, so if you ever want to adopt a special needs French Bulldog, this is the adoption agency for you. So instead of stealing
Scottish fold cats, how their ears are folded over, some places will breed folded ear to folded ear, which you're not supposed to do, and it just causes cartilage pain. You're supposed to breed them straight ear to folded ear, and there's so many Scottish folds that are just in pain because they just want them to look.
It's called hydrocephalus is what it is. And they also get spina bifida, so they have to be diapered. I wonder what encephalitis is. What word did I just say? I hope it's not a weird word. Encephalitis. What is encephalitis? It's inflammation of the brain. Okay, yeah, I wasn't wrong. It's the same thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So just sorry, a side note. If you ever want to adopt a special needs French Bulldog, that's a great rescue. And the Instagram is cute.
Hey, web crawlers. It's Sierra. First time caller, long time listener.
Sierra!
I was just listening to a mailbag episode, and you were talking about recurring dreams, and someone called in and said they have dreams where they have to go to the bathroom and the bathrooms are all like full and public and like there's no privacy. And I have this all the time. Like I'll have a dream where I go to a public restroom and there's no stalls. It's just toilets lined up. Like I guess kind of how urinals are. It's just toilets in a line. And sometimes they'll be really small, like the toilets that you see in like a preschool. And sometimes there will be stalls, but they only go up like halfway. So you sit down on the toilet and you can look over at like talk with the person next to you.
Oh my God.
And it's terrible and I hate it and I don't know what it means, but I've had them for as long as I can remember.
That's so
yeah, that's all. Love you guys so much. Thanks for keeping me sane during quarantine.
I hate when bathrooms do have stalls that like the doors are really low.
I hate it.
Where
There's
like if you
nothing
stand up, you can
better-
see people.
A full doored bathroom, like a full,
it's
like
the
really
best.
nice bathrooms where it's like each stall is a full door.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Well, I actually don't like that because it makes me a little claustrophobic. I mean, I like a little room at the bottom, like a little, like if I was to get locked in, I want to be able to crawl out somehow out of the
see,
top.
I don't. I want to be in there, and if I get locked in, so be it.
So that's where I
my
live
home
now.
That's my home now.
What I do hate is I don't mean this controversially in a gendered way, but like at a restaurant and it's like a joint gendered bathroom and then it's like the sinks are in the middle and then like there's stalls on each side and like men and women can both use the bathroom. And then have you ever done that?
No, I've never seen a bathroom like that.
Oh my God. It's like I've only encountered it like twice. I encountered it like once in a club and once in like a really fancy restaurant. And I hated it.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
This was maybe like 10 years ago or something that I encountered it and I hated it.
That's crazy.
I didn't like it.
I just don't like because men always pee on the seat.
Yeah. Well, I also I like to do here's what I'll return to about that dream is I think it has a lot to do with shame and inhibitions and feeling the need to live up to like society's standards or be like polite in a certain space. And like if you're going to a bathroom and you're feeling like very exposed and you can't do what you want to do privately, or you can't find a place to do something that's like society sees as like shameful or private, and you can't find a place to do it, or the places that you are seem to do it like aren't fit or adequate for you. Like I feel like that's what that's about.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Maria's low energy today.
I'm so tired. It's crazy.
I can tell. Not in a bad way. I can just feel it. Did you have bad night's sleep?
Well, it's daylight savings.
I
So
guess.
we all lost an
And then
hour.
daylight savings, I woke up really early or whatever. But I'm sitting here literally going like, as soon as I close my computer, I'm going to take a nap.
You're going to take a nap. Yeah, I feel it. I'm like, I want that for you. I want that nap for you.
It has. I've done like 2 cups of coffee and I'm just like done. Like my body.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Coffee doesn't work. You know what works is like a latte, but like just like a plain cup of coffee does nothing.
No, I'm the
It
opposite.
doesn't. Yeah.
Lattes don't work. Are you drinking hot coffee or cold coffee?
Hot.
Hot coffee doesn't work. Hot coffee makes you sleep. You got to do iced cold coffee, just black.
When I get like a latte with an extra shot in it, I'm off the rails. Off the rails. You can't catch me. I'm flying so high.
Watch out. There's Maria.
Yeah, well,
She's flying.
you gotta take that nap. That's gonna change your
It's
life.
coming, baby. It's coming.
Yeah.
Well,
All
we
right,
got
let's play another voicemail.
2 more voicemails. And then
I
you
think
can
they're the
take a nap.
same. I think it's a double header.
Oh,
I think it's a to be
great.
continued.
Hello. This here message is for the web crawlers.
I did.
Hi, Jeb.
And I would just call to talk about that there haunted doll episode you did. I don't know exactly how cursed it is. I mean, I can't see myself being afraid of a doll named Bob. You know what I mean? Anyway, what I wanted to tell you was about Annabelle.
Yeah, the doll.
I actually have a connection.
Ooh.
And
Jeb.
I went to high school with a feller, and we're still friends to this day. And he is actually part of the Warrens paranormal team.
Whoa.
Oh my God, we need to get them on.
Son-in-law now. And
Son-in-law.
I'll tell you what, he puts pictures up on Facebook with that stupid doll all the time, and I make fun of him for it. Yes, I do. And I was just wondering, y'all want to talk to
Yes.
them about the doll or whatever?
Jeb.
I'll see what I can do, make it happen.
Yes,
producer
Jeb,
Jeb.
please.
Hi, Allie. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jeb?
That's good. I'm doing fine. All right, then. Bye.
Wow, that's nice when you guys talk to each other like that.
Wow.
I love it. Wow,
Yes,
Jeb.
Jeb.
That would be a
The
huge get.
son-in-law. Wow. Okay.
Pauly Shore.
Another voicemail.
Hello? This here's for the web crawlers.
He's back.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Allie?
I'm good. How are you, Jeb?
Doing well, thank you. I just want to leave a message here about that there episode you done did about them fancy, quote-unquote college people, the rich ones there.
Who?
I'm going to tell you, I know who did it. It was the cousin. Take it from a man who has 37 cousins. One of them did it.
Is he
I'll
talking
tell
about the
you what.
Sherman case?
One Thanksgiving, my mama wouldn't let Rolo cut the turkey anymore because she didn't know. She didn't like how he done did it.
Rolo.
Okay? He didn't even show up to her funeral. All right?
Jesus.
That's how I know. I can't even imagine if my mama had Rolo's $20 million or whatever it was. All right, then. Hope you ladies are doing well. Oh, if you didn't know, this is a voicemail award-winning. Oh, shit. All right. Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
We've done like 200 episodes. I don't know.
I was going to say, we do way too many episodes. I can't even remember. I mean, was it the Sherman case? Like, what is he? Wasn't there a case where he cut off the kids or something?
Oh, yes. The Shermans. Yes.
I think that maybe is what he's talking about, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yes.
Anyways.
I believe that is. Yes.
Wow. Wow, two Jeb voicemails in one. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
How are we so lucky?
I will say before we sign off, someone has mentioned a few times, a listener, that they've been kidnapped and that they were going to call in or email in with their story.
Yeah.
Please do so. Like,
They
I would
may
really,
have,
if it's
Allie,
not,
we have so many voicemails. I got so many
really?
voicemails yesterday that we may have like 50 voicemails to get to.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if you
wow.
haven't
Okay.
already, I'll just say please email or call in because we would really, really love that.
Yeah, if we haven't played your voicemail, email us.
They came flooding in.
If you haven't
Damn.
called yet, please, and just let us know because we would love to share that story if it's not traumatic for you. Anyways, I am Allie, about to WALK my DOGS seagull.
I am Melissa Encephalitis Stetton.
And I'm Maria,
Your brain
about
is
to
swollen.
nap big time Blasucci.
Oh, you are.
All right. Adios, muchachos.
Adios.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.